Hello everyone, I am Lalit Soni and today we will see how we can access EC2 instance using our Windows operating system in this video. So specifically I am making this video so that it will be very helpful for you all guys and you can recall also if you are forgetting something. So first of all, when you will search about the AWS console, then you will see this kind of screen, and after you will go to the management console, it means this screen will be open. So those who don't have AWS account, they can make their free tier account also. I am not showing how to make a free tier account. It is very easy. It's just like putting your information in a form only, and after putting your debit card information, 2 rupees will be deducted from your card, and that too refundable. So after that, once you will authenticate with your email ID, then your account will start, and then after you have to sign in putting your credentials on the AWS console. So after sign in, you will see this kind of console where all the services will be there. So this console will come when you will start, and you can see your name will be there, and the regions in which you want to create your specific resources you can select from there according to your requirement. So we will select N Virginia, that is by default over here. So you can see this console. I am just let you through all the small features which AWS is offering. So once you will click on AWS services now, then you can see there are lots of services are available in AWS which we can use for the development purpose. For the different kind of services we can use for there are lots of services available for different kind of domains related to database, storage, compute services, and also AI, machine learning, analytics services are there. Migration and transfer, those who want to transfer their all data to AWS, they can use this kind of services. Networking services are available, developer services are available. So these different services come with their different implementation. So today in this video we will just focus on the EC2 instance, that is very basic virtual machine on AWS. So it is EC2 instance is just a synonym of a virtual machine which placed on the AWS. Different cloud providers are using different names, like on GCP, Google Cloud Platform, you will see Google Cloud Engine is there. So they call virtual machine a GCE. So there is no difference in between them. It's just the name only. So you can see on right now we are on the EC2 console. You can see welcome to the new EC2 console. So you can explore. The more you will explore, the more you will get knowledge about the AWS. So I am trying to show you that how you can make a EC2 instance. So after, when you will click on instances, then you can see right now there is no running instances there. So we will clear this filter first so that we can see how much stopped instances are there in my account. So these are 4 instances which are right now in a stopped condition. You can see instance state is stopped. So to start this instance, we can select our instance. Like these are 4 different virtual machines are running right now on my AWS server, on AWS account, sorry. And these 4 servers are running in their AWS data center, and that too in the region of N Virginia. So there are different region, and according to the requirement we are selecting the different regions. So when to start this EC2 instance, we can go to the instance state and start the instance. So there are 5 total instance state are available. Like reboot means restarting the computer, like that. Terminate instance means we if we are done with our virtual machine and we want to remove this virtual machine from our account, then this is the last option we have to select, like terminate instance. So we will start this account right now, just to show you that how it will, the state right now is changing to pending, and it is just starting our virtual machine on the cloud, which is set up on the AWS data center somewhere in the world. So it is right now, it is in pending state. After it will get start, then the instance state will be changed. So just for the sake of purpose, I am showing you that, see guys, this is right now in running state. So how we can make EC2 instance. So I will show you right now. Like, so you just need to go on to the launch instance, and after clicking the launch instance, there are total 7 steps which we have to follow. You can see choose AMI, choose instance step, configure instance, add storage, add tags, and configure security groups and reviews. So error while, just a minute guys, it is showing some error, so let me refresh my screen so that uh, yeah guys, see, choose an AMI. AMI is a short form of Amazon Machine Image. Machine image means what image you want to use. There are lots of images are available like Mac OS. Amazon have uh, their predefined images which is known as Amazon Linux AMI, so which is also available for free tier eligible. So all the images are not available for free tier. You just need to cross verify using this tag that yeah, this image is free tier, included in free tier or not, otherwise it will be chargeable for you. So all the Ubuntu machines are eligible for free tier, so you can select the Ubuntu server 18.04. so these are different kind of services, different kind of AMI are available, so we will just select Amazon Linux. And right now choose an instance type, means we have to configure the CPU, what kind of what level of CPU we require. Either there are lots of CPU and RAM and storage we can configure using this second step, like choose instance step. So right now we will just select the T2 micro only because it is eligible for free tier, and it is having the CPU, the number of virtual CPU for the instance. So there is one CPU, and the RAM is 1 GB, and internal storage, the type they are using for instance storage is EBS, that is elastic block storage. So we will just go to the next step, and first we have to select T2 micro, that is pre-selected. And this on this console we can see configure instance details, like how many number of instance you want to start at a time. So if your requirement is high, then you can put the number, whatever amount you can put, 3, you can put any number. So right now we just need to start one instance only. So these are different options which are related to the network. Like if you want to launch this instance on a particular network only, like on your private network, then you can select from this option, and which subnet you want to select. So right now we are not just discussing all these options, because the main focus of this video is just to launch the EC2 instance and connect it using our Windows operating system. So this is add storage. So by default 8 GB memory will be there, like 8 GB ROM will be there in our EC2 instance, like in our virtual machine. So we will not change right now, but if you want to explore and just want to check the 24 GB and 30 GB, you can manually put the number here and you can go to the next option. So what is mean by add tags? The step 5 is very important when you are dealing with the 40, 70 or 100 or 200 virtual machines at a time. Suppose you are you are operating your AWS console, and there are 200 machines are available. So how you will identify for which kind of work you have assigned which virtual machine? So for that we are using add tags. When you will use na, then it is like just adding the extra information to our virtual machine, so that it will be easy to us to recognize. So it is key value pair they are following, so you will put the key and value. I am not doing anything right now. And okay, so it is we are not doing anything right now. So next is configure security group, and this is the most important step while launching the EC2 instance according to the need. So in this we will not more focus on these see guys, these are computer network related concepts are will come in this topic. So I will not touch that topic. I will just show you that what I do. Like while exploring the AWS, I just open my SSH, like TCP 22 port. Like there are lots of port are available in the server. There are lots of port by which we can we can give the service, we can take the service to that server. So 22 port will be used to get access of that server to our local machine. That's why we will open this port. And I also followed this, that I will make all TCP and all UDP all TCP and all UDP ports will be open. It is not recommended for the security purpose because all the port will remain open, but right now we are just exploring, so we can do that. So source, you can the source, like what will be the source of your traffic, so you can put anywhere, like from any from any IP addresses you can access this EC2 instance. If you want to make it private, then you can put manual IP addresses also. But let's click on review and launch. So these are showing the, see guys, warning, they are showing that improve your instance security, because we have made our all ports are open. So this, they are saying that your EC2 instance is not secure, but for learning purpose we can do that. So this is a summary, like how we are purchasing Amazon. From Amazon we are purchasing the different product. This is exactly how we are purchasing the customized virtual machine from the AWS itself. So this, you can see the summary and then launch. After launching, this is the most important. Without this key you can't access the virtual machine. So this is the most important part of the of the of the like configuring the virtual machine. So while selecting, while setting up this key na, then you have to make new key. Like right now I have built two keys, like EC2 is the EC2 is one name of my key, and another one is cube. So I will select EC2. Let me first check which key I am having on my desktop. So I am having cube on my desktop, so I will select cube. Like I have the key and I am attaching the same key right now, but you have to make a different key and download that key. Once you will download, make sure that your key is very safe in your personal laptop, because without that key we cannot access the AWS instance. So I am just putting my cube, because I am having the cube key in my personal laptop, and then I will launch the instance. So it started launching. So after some time, so your instance are now launching. So it is in launching phase. So we can go and see like our instance is running or not. Then we can go to the EC2 instance again, and it is updating our information. So one EC2 instance is running. We can check which EC2 instance is running, and that is different EC2 which I have stated earlier in the video. So let's see, like, yeah, our new instance is still in pending state. I am just giving the name of this instance is new, just to identify it correctly. Okay, so now our new instance is running, like somewhere in the cloud our virtual machine is running. Now the next step is how we can connect to our virtual machine. So for that, I just want to let you know that there are two method using two method you can connect to your EC2 instance. That is, first is Putty. So Putty is a software using which you can connect. See, download Putty, a free SSH and Telnet client for Windows. So Putty is a software using that you can connect to your EC2 instance. But there is another method which is there, like Putty is very complex for the beginners, those who are learning in beginning, those who are in beginner stage. It is very difficult to using the Putty to connect your instance using the Putty. So I will give you the new method, that is Git. What I am using, guys, in like I am using Windows on my local machine. So for that we cannot use terminal or CMD, and we cannot SSH using the CMD. So that one thing we can do, we will download the Git. So once you will search Git download na, then you will go on this link, and after that, according to your operating system, for Windows you have to download Git. What will happen, I will show you that why we have downloaded the Git into our system. So Git will be useful because Git provide the Git bash, like Git terminal will be there. Using that terminal we will directly do the SSH to our EC2 instance. We no need to download the PuttyGen, and there is lot of processes there to connect EC2 instance using the Putty. So first of all we will download the Git, and then after I will show you that why we have downloaded the Git. So once we will download the Git in our operating system, then when you will right click on your desktop now, then you will see there is Git GUI here, Git bash is here. So we will deal with the Git bash only to connect our virtual machine. Make sure guys, when you are trying to connect your virtual machine from your desktop now, then you have to make sure your key is there. My key right now is here on the desktop, that is cube.pem, which I have mentioned during making of the EC2 instance. So make sure your key is on the desktop in the same folder from which you are trying to access your EC2 instance. So we will directly access from the desktop itself. Just to show you that Git bash, here we will click on it, and it will one terminal came. We will use this terminal to access our EC2 instance, guys. I'll show you that when this terminal will open, what you need to do is you have to go to your AWS console. No need to do anything, there are already predefined path are available. So we want to connect to this EC2 instance, right? So we will click on connect, and after clicking on connect, AWS is teaching us that how we can connect to EC2 instance. So there are 2 or 3 methods that they are showing. They are giving this information for putty, but we will use the SSH client. So we will use the SSH client. So we will click on SSH client and see there are open a SSH client. So Git bash will play a role of SSH client in this method, and locate your private key file like what we have did. QPEM is there on our desktop, and run this command. So no need to run this command right now. Let's directly copy this command. So they are showing example. So they are showing example for this specific EC2 instance. So we have predefined command. Otherwise what will happen, we have to make this command, SSH-I option we will use. But if we are very experienced person na, then we can make this command. This is nothing but it is the name of your machine @ it is the IP of your machine which AWS is giving, and this is the key of your machine. So this command is pre-built. So we will just copy this command and go to the Git bash, and after going to the Git bash, we will just paste this and click enter. Okay, sorry, this like, so I have entered, but he is asking me, are you sure you want to connecting? Because he is in the backend, guys, he has detected our key. See, this is our key which he has detected, and it is authenticated that yeah, we have the key and we can access. See guys, right now we are in the terminal of the EC2 instance, and you can see the EC2 user is the name of user of our EC2 instance which I have built right now, and this is showing the private IP address. You can also go to the console and you can cross verify the private IP addresses of both the terminal, our EC2 instance and terminal. You can see right now we are in the EC2 instance. So you can use your commands and you can check out. You can mkdir lalit, I'll make a directory, and ls, let's check which directory is there. So you can put your Linux command right now in your machine, and after you are done with your work, like right now we have accessed the our EC2 instance on our local machine using Git, and on our Windows operating system. So guys, you can see like we are now in our EC2 instance, that too configured somewhere in the cloud on AWS data center. So in this way we can connect to our EC2 instance and use use from your local machine. So you can do your work, and afterward you have to exit, so that you will be again, you are on local machine. Right now we are on local machine. So guys, in this way you can connect to your EC2 instances. This was just a demo so that it will be useful for all. And guys, don't forget to make sure your all the instances are stopped condition when you are logging out from your AWS account. Otherwise 750 hours per month is allowed by the AWS, that too free tier eligibility. in free tier eligibility, but after that they can charge you. So please guys, be aware while using the AWS. So you can explore the console. The more you will explore, the more you will learn. That is the only thumb rule to learn the cloud, any cloud, like it is, whether it is GCP, whether it is Alibaba cloud, whether it is AWS. So the more you will explore, the more you will learn. That is the thumb rule. I hope guys this video help you, and you can comment also, like what new part you want to learn more. And thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this will help you out.